Good morning. Adrian Joyce here, talking to you from Brussels. I'm absolutely delighted to open this event on Renovate Bulgaria Day and to encourage you to do as much as you can to initiate the renovation wave in Bulgaria. As you know, energy renovation is a challenging topic, but it's one that is greatly important for your economy, for your people, and for industry. All across Europe, every country is asking itself the question, how can we initiate the renovation wave? And indeed, here in Brussels, we've been working hard to get the right rules and regulations in place that will give the policy tools to the member states in order to allow you to develop good national programs. I'm talking, of course, about the recast of the Buildings Directive. And in that directive, a number of innovations are being discussed at the present time. Primary among them is the minimum energy performance standards, which would bring in an obligation for renovation of the building stock. Now, each country will have to devise its own approach to the minimum energy performance standard, but the important factor is that that standard will lead to the renovation of the entire building stock by 2050. It probably means that there have to be stages along the way, and designing those stages will be an important responsibility for your ministry once the directive is adopted at European level. But beyond this obligation, there will also be some key revisions to the Energy Performance Certificates scheme. This will allow for better information collection, better measurement of the energy performance and indeed the global warming potential of the buildings. With this new data in hand, it will be easier to plan for how to roll out the renovation wave in your country. Those plans will be incorporated within the new National Building Renovation Plans, a much more structured approach to national planning for the renovation challenge that lies ahead. And it is our hope that there in Bulgaria you will be consulted closely by your ministry officials as those plans are developed at national level. And there will of course be a need to look at how those plans impact regionally and at city level, because we have found when we look across the EU that the local or city level can often be a much more important actor for mobilizing resources. When it comes to resources, we're all aware of what has been happening in the workforce market in terms of skills and in terms of numbers of workforce. It is our hope that with attention being drawn to this topic, industry and national authorities will roll out new apprenticeship programs, new upskilling programs, and make our sector the most attractive sector within the construction landscape. I suppose finally it's important for Bulgaria to understand how all of this can be financed. And we are aware that you had a 100% grant scheme in Bulgaria that you will now be moving away from. From our perspective, that's an important step going forward. It is important that we mobilize private financing to sit beside public financing in order to finance this renovation wave that's coming. There will always be a certain segment of the population that requires a 100% grant, but it is much more effective and there's more buy-in or more commitment from building owners if some of their own money is also invested. So across society, different approaches to financing will be needed that allow for all income classes to decide to renovate their building stock. So with those few words, I'm wishing you a very fruitful discussion this morning. I hope you will report back to me on what is discussed, and we have high hopes that Bulgaria can, alongside its neighbours in the Central and Eastern European region, become a lighthouse for how to roll out effective renovation programs across Europe. Good luck for the day ahead.